Hello everyone, myself Suvati. I'm going to share with you all the interesting topic. Imagine you going to the supermarket and seeing the price of vegetable, rice, coffee, and suddenly they are double. Farmers lose their crops, businesses face problem for supplying, and government spend billion dealings with the floods and droughts. Most people would think it's happened because of financial crisis or war, but what if the all started because the Pacific Ocean became a little warmer than usual? This question is interested me after I read a Guardian article about the possible Godzilla-Strength in El Nino. I wanted to know the science behind it. So I choose a natural research paper called The President Effect of the El Nino, Southern Oscillation of Global Economic Activity by Callahan and Mankin. The researchers wanted to answer one question: can El Nino affect the global economy even after the weather event is over? To answer this, they studied more than 16 years of climate and economic data from many countries. Unlike earlier studies that I looked only of the immediate damage, this research focused on long-term efforts. They compared the country's economic performance before and after major of El Nino events. The results were surprising. The study found in 1997 to 1998 and in previous 1982 to 1983, the El Nino events caused in trillion of dollars is global economic losses. Even a year later, many countries have slower economic growth and farming, transport, trades, and workers' productivity were affected. The researchers also say that the changes may make future El Nino even stronger. So, preparing early is very important. What interested in me most was I have everything is connected. Before reading this paper, I would thought El Nino was only a weather event, but I learned that the small rise in temperature in ocean can reduce the crop productions, increase the food price, restrict the global trade, and slow the economic growth, and affect millions of people's lives also. It's changed the way I think, but climate change is not only an environment problem, but also an economic and social one. However, the study has some limits. Economic growth is also affected by the politics, inflations, and government policies. Although the researchers consider these factors, it's impossible to say that every economic changes are caused by only in El Nino. Also, predictions are based on climate models, which are not always completely accurate. Overall, I thought the author presents a clear, convincing arguments. This study shows that El Nino is much more than weather events. This is a global challenges with long and economic and social effects. My biggest lesson from this paper is that understanding the climate risks is not only about protecting nature, but is also protecting economics, jobs, and future million of lives. Thank you for watching.